Of the school.
Hi everyone, this is Brian Gundy from For Goodness Snakes, and I'm at the Monterey Bay Aquarium watching the open sea tank, and there's actually bluefin and yellowfin tuna in here. I'm just going to let this run and let you guys hear it.
And we have done a lot of research, and there are a lot of great seafoods you can eat that don't harm the ocean in the process of putting good food on your plate. So I'm going to ask you to use our guide and choose your seafood off of our best choices or our good alternatives list, and then avoid the things on our red color-coded list for a few years, as I do, in order to help protect the oceans and restore the balance that has been damaged by us over the last 30 to 40 years. You can get one of those guides from me. In fact, if you're an old-fashioned person like I am, we have an older technology for you that we call the hard copy. Some of you are old enough to remember when everything was hard copy. We also have a newer technology for you younger and more modern folks that we have an app you can download onto your Android or your iPhone, and your phone will keep track of what you should eat and what not to eat, and even where to find sustainably provided seafood. Now these sardines, you notice how disorganized this school of sardines is while they're feeding. This is when they're the most vulnerable to being picked off by one of the larger animals, but we just fed all the larger animals, so they're not very hungry right now. And so this is the safest time for these sardines to come up and get their food. So they will be swarming around. They're going to eat roughly 25 pounds of food in probably about 90 seconds, and then they will swoop back down to the bottom. And I mentioned the 5 animals that we didn't feed, the 2 stingrays, the 2 hammerheads, and the new sandbar shark. All of our sharks we have to individually feed because they're not fast enough to compete with the tunas. So we put their food on the end of a pole and get them to come to us in the very back part of the exhibit where it's so dark that you can't see anything. And that way we can reach down and hand them their food. And if a tuna gets there first, we pull the food back out and we can make sure that it gets to the sharks. It's the only way we can make sure that the sharks get enough food. So there's not anything to see when we're feeding those animals. Now it looks like most of the feeding is done, so what I'm going to do is turn the mic off, but I'll stick around to hand out seafood watch guides and answer questions. I want to thank you all for joining us here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.
All right, everyone, as always, hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.